the main stage here at the WCG 2005 World Cyber Games here in Singapore. I am Chris Wag, Stephen Ionetti.
And I am Nick Plott, a.k.a. RS Faceless Man.
From inside the game. And we're about to get started on the next match. It's going to be a good one, I think.
Yeah, we've got RazzReason from Brazil versus Silent Control from Korea. So we're going to have to see what happens. I do think there is a favorite for this match, and it is not RazzReason from Brazil.
Yeah, I think most of the people here are pulling for Silent Control. I feel a little bit sorry for Reason that he has to start off in the group round versus a Korean player, but we'll see how well he does. You know, I saw some great matches at BlizzCon, and we saw a few upsets, so we could see something here today.
Yeah, and let's remember that he's not just any Korean. He is Silent Control, a member of PNC Couriers. He is on a team with Nada and Goodfriend. And if you play StarCraft, you know who those people are. They are good Terran players, and so is Silent Control.
Definitely. You know what? I'm really looking forward to seeing Silent Control and Korea in general play here at this tournament. They usually provide us with some of the best games.
And let's not let Silent Control's impeccable background take away from the fact that Reason did win Brazil. Normally it's Helgos down here representing Brazil, and he was knocked out probably by the likes of Reason. So he's not a bad player. He just doesn't quite have that invincible record that Control does.
Absolutely. Something to note, though, is that Silent Control has grabbed the number 3 position on the Korean team, so he did come in 3rd place, and yet they still sent him here. So they probably sent him here for a reason, and I don't know if that reason is Raz or not.
Here we have a picture of Silent Control on the big screen. He doesn't look that phased at all, doesn't look nervous. Pretty silent in that box, as his name implies.
He's sort of zen right now. He's just kind of making sure that his mind is inside the game, and you know, he looks a little impatient actually.
Well, you know, he knows he's supposed to win this, so although he's probably better than Reason, you know, if he loses this, I mean, he's going to get torn apart by the rest of the world. There's still a lot of pressure right now on both players.
Now, on the last match, we had the same map that's going to be happening for this map, and that's going to be Paranoid Android. Now, we talked a little bit about it last time, but why don't we go over it again for those of you just joining us?
Well, as we know, the Zerg is going to be scouting him immediately, both starting locations at the top right corner of the map, basically at 12 and at 2. Also, significantly, we got that river cutting it in half. I think there's going to be a high likelihood of bunker rushes, marine rushes, dropships by Terran. Zerg is going to be on the defense this game.
So you think this is going to be a quick map?
It could be, and it could be really quick if you're playing against Silent Control. So, yeah.
So I guess we'll see what happens. And you know, I have to say, I do like watching Terran versus Zerg. It's probably one of my favorite maps.
It's one of my favorite. But let's get this show on the road. It's time to get started.
And we're about to start up here. The next match, Reason versus Silent Control. We've got the match about to start here. Both players exchanging good luck. HM, START. I think that means start.
Yeah, it looks like Reason's ready to go. He's been spamming start in the game room. He also doesn't look that intimidated glancing over in his booth. I think we're ready to get the show on the road. I think everybody over there by the computers needs to get back over here to the main stage and show your support for the most popular RTS game in the world.
Definitely, and you know what? It is growing in popularity in the U.S. as well, and I think I'm pretty happy to see that.
Yes, definitely. All right, the game is up. We have RazzReason starting at the 2 o'clock position with Silent Control at 12.
Yeah, and you know what? RazzReason has picked himself up the purple, and Silent Control has grabbed the blue. Kind of a staple color for StarCraft is that very stylish blue. And I'm a little curious to see if the color is going to affect the play level here for both of these players. If that standard purple is going to affect RazzReason's play. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you.
All right, now I'm noticing that the Terran seems to have scouted a little bit earlier, perhaps with his 7th SCV. I can't quite tell, but
could we be possibly expecting a bunker rush?
We could possibly be expecting something. He just took a peek at the Zerg, and now he's backing back out with the SCV. I'm not going to lie to you. I would not be surprised if Silent Control is up to a no good right now.
Yeah, he's just kind of playing around with his micro, doing a little bit of a jig over at the main ramp. Leading
that
up to
SCV is dancing like a madman over there.
Yes, he is. Spawn pool going down now for the Zerg player.
This
RazzReason. And something important to note is RazzReason did not play Zerg in his last match. He went with Protoss versus his opponent Squall, and it was a loss on WCG Estrella. So he's coming off of a loss versus a very, off of a sort of okay player, and now he's going to be playing one of, if not the top Terran player here at WCG.
Yeah, it looks like that SCB is still at the ramp. Barracks now coming up. My presumption right now is that Silent Control is waiting to see if the Zerg is going to expand, because if the Zerg is going to expand, the Terran, on a map like this, they just have an arsenal of possible attacks they can pull off on the Zerg. It's just, I talked to a lot of the Zerg players down here. They said, I'm not comfortable versus Terran. It doesn't mean that Zerg can't beat Terran on this map, but you just have to play ultra safe. SCV doing some harassment down there.
Yeah, and it appears he will kill off a drone if RazzReason's not careful. His lings have popped.
Those drones better get out of here, man.
And the drone is trying to stay away from the fight. This drone has a little bit of moxie. It's staying away from the fight. Silent Control trying to keep his micro going throughout the whole thing and make sure his hand speed is up. Staying with him, we've got the Lings here moving through the middle of the map. Lings making their way up towards the top left and Silent Control's base. He's put 4 SCVs and a Marine on the ramp trying to protect his base. Keep it away from any early rushes. Extractor going down now for him.
All right, Zergling's attacking the first SCV, going up the ramp. Silent Control pulling back now, microing his Marines. This is not good for Terran actually right now.
Yeah, Silent Control actually, I think he messed up a little bit there, but he will try and pull over those Lings over to his drones. Here come the drones, going to possibly show off a little bit here. 2 Marines popping out, possibly a lure there by Silent Control.
Silent Control is now losing his Marines inside of his base. RazzReason better clutch this right now, because if he beats a Korean on TV, this will echo on in StarCraft history.
Definitely. We've got 3 Lings inside the main base now of Silent Control. 3 Lings pegging away at one of the SCVs of Silent Control. He's bringing his Marines behind them, trying to use the SCVs as a meat shield. Marines on the ramp going to force those Zerglings away, and RazzReason going to take this opportunity to throw himself down a hatchery. Going to get himself an expo going there, and another supply depot going down now for Silent Control as well.
Silent Control now counter-rushing, moving out with 1 SCV and some Marines. Looks like RazzReason is now taking this opportunity to expand, but he better be careful, because Silent Control is going to fight back hard. He's been damaged a little bit by that Zergling rush.
Refinery going down now as well for Silent Control. Expansion down. Finally here for Reason. And he's still going to have to get some more reinforcements here. He doesn't have too many to deal with. And the Overlord not being spotted by Silent Control. He's just going to kind of ignore that and not kill it off. And the Overlord's going to get away. Silent Control making his way down towards that Expo. He's got an SCV fairly damaged here. Heading on over to that Expo. 4 Marines going to do it in. No, it's going to be reinforced by some Zerglings. Zerglings pegging away at those Marines. They will get in several shots. Nice micro there by Silent Control, forcing those Zerglings to chase after the Marines. Not going to be enough, though. Here comes the bunker getting put down by that SCV. Silent Control doing some business inside that Expo, and looks like it was canceled off there.
I'm not going to lie to you. I am impressed at how well RazzReason is playing this off right now. If he can keep this up, this is not good for Silent Control. He's already wrestling. All right, Zergling's now chasing the Marines back up into his base, but pulling back, deciding that better safe than sorry.
Yeah, just make sure he's defended. He doesn't want to take a stupid mistake here and make just a complete blunder. And here we go, Zerglings. Zerglings jumping up that ramp, going after those Marines. One Marine down, 2 Marines almost down. Nope, going to finish off those Zerglings, and that's going to be it for RazzReason's push there. He's going to try and group up some more units, getting himself ready for another attack.
I think RazzReason knows that while the whole world's watching him, he's not doing that bad right now. He's keeping Silent Control on his toes.
Just something of note, we do have a Hydralisk den now. We could see some Hydralisks popping soon for RazzReason. Fire bats out in front. That might force those Zerglings away. They will back off just a bit. RazzReason going to try and contain his opponent for as long as he can. We've got more units popping from the barracks soon here for Silent Control. Academy is down. And we're going to have a ComSat station going down now as well. It appears we do have a slight chance of lurkers in the forecast.
Now remember, RazzReason, he's been on the offensive this whole game, but I'm counting his drones at both, his main and his expansion, and I don't think it's more than 12 total.
That's not good.
That's not good, but I'm looking at Silent Control's base, and I don't see that many SCVs either. This has been a very low econ game, very aggressive by both players.
And I have to say, those are usually my favorite games. I do like seeing the attacks on other players' economy, but I really love the aggressive games. I'm never a fan of those kinds of games that are just a little slow and turtling. I like it when both players are playing reckless and going for the win right off the start. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean. Sometimes the short games are the most exciting ones. Now we have Silent Control moving out with his fire bats, or no, just securing the bottom of his ramp, I guess. Now, remember, Silent Control has to be careful. It looks like RazzReason does have the option to counterattack into his main. We have lurker eggs morphing in the center of the map. These are going to meet up with these Marines soon.
And you know what? I have to say, lurkers are probably my favorite Zerg unit. I do enjoy the lurkers, and here we go, burrowing down. Silent Control managed to catch that and back away his units before anything really happened. We've got a double attack coming from RazzReason inside the main base of Silent Control. Silent Control taking a beating on those fire bats. Fire bats can stay alive for a little while longer. Zerglings taking a big beating. Going on up the ramp, and here comes Silent Control. He's going to sneak up behind those Zerglings, but I think the lurkers are going to be on the move soon as well. Zerglings inside the main base, pegging away at the drones of Silent Control. Going to get one running away now, and some nice micro coming from Reason, staying away for as long as possible, trying to drag those Marines down. I'm almost expecting a flank here, but it's just not coming from Reason.
I would not want to be these Zerglings right now.
They are kind of getting a little bloody. They are getting a little bloody. Okay, lurkers now still guarding that bridge. Reason, I guess he might be a little bit out of gas, and he's holding off on those other lurkers. No, here
we got 4 lurkers going up towards the expansion. Now there's a lot of fire bats in Silent Control's army. Fire bats do not kill lurkers like Marines do. The pressure is on now. Silent Control opting for the expansion. I don't know if I don't think he has a factory or anything with tanks. He's going to have to use his Marine micro to beat these lurkers.
I think he's relying on that. I did see the ComSat station go down earlier, so he's going to get some kind of scouting of defense set up, and now he's setting up his expansion base, preparing for those lurkers to slowly invade. Going to be picked up and burrow back down, and try and force Silent Control away from his natural expel. 2 lurkers sneaking in here, going to do some damage against that SCV for Silent Control. Lurkers slowly pushing their way up, being reinforced by some more lurkers and some more Zerglings. Here we go.
This command center is still building the expansion. Reason's just ignoring it. He's got the lurkers right at the bottom of his ramp. Silent Control I can tell you, he can just feel the pressure right now that's happening. All right, Terran. All right, lurkers attacking the Marines. Not good for Silent Control. Lots of Marines. Reason could win this.
Reason is pushing hard into Silent Control's base, forcing Silent Control back. 2 lurkers heading up the ramp, going to make themselves known inside the main base of Silent Control. Silent Control is still trying to create some more units out of his barracks. He's building himself a bunker as well out of the way, trying to keep those 2 barracks alive. He hasn't floated them as of yet.
He looks like he's going to move all the way in. All right, it's all down to micro. It's all up to Silent Control. Can he do it? Is he going to be able to stay alive in this one?
Silent Control backing away towards his bunkers. Bunker down, and he will get some units into that bunker. The bunker's taking some big hits here. There goes the ComSat scan. Not going to be enough, though. One bunker down. Second bunker, not going to be able to be constructed.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think the Korean's going to lose this.
Silent Control taking some big losses here inside of his main base. Silent Control has lost most of his units now. He still has that Expo going, but Reason is putting the hurt on Silent Control. What an upset thus far. We've got 4 lurkers down now inside the main base.
Incredible. It's almost over. I do not see it being physically possible for this Korean pro gamer to win this right now.
And I have to admit, I am a bit shocked. There goes the good game!
Oh, Silent Control has been crushed by a foreigner.
I cannot believe it. I am shocked.
I did not see that one coming. I am not going to lie to you.
And I have to admit, I am sitting on the edge of my seat. Look, there we go.
I think Reason is in a little bit of disbelief himself. Quite surprising.
And next up, I just think it's good to say, folks, next up we're going to have some Warcraft action after that great game. Who here wants to see some Warcraft? Wow.
Yeah, all right, there we go. Come on, guys.
All right, so we're going to have some great Warcraft games coming up in just a little bit, followed by some Counter-Strike, and we'll be back right after this. Well, a little bit later. What do you think? What do you think going through Silent Control?
I'm looking at Silent Control's face right now. I don't blame him. He's not happy. But I can tell you, all of us foreigners out here who are StarCraft players, they definitely are.
I can't imagine how much Reason has been practicing to just do as well as he did.
I did not know a low econ Zerg game could beat a Terran who is just supposed to be that powerful.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
He's supposed to be amazing. And you know, I have to say, several people have told me that Silent Control is the best Terran here.
Yeah, Silent Control and Zealous are yeah, they're basically the best, but I guess Reason Zerg is proven to the rest of the world that it's not far from it.
Yeah, Zealous did manage to win World Cyber Games 2004, so we're going to have the next matches coming up in just a little bit, folks, so stay with us. This is Chris Wax, Stephen Ionetti.
And this is Nick Plott, a.k.a. Tasteless. You guys stay tuned. We got some awesome games coming up at the World Cyber Games 2005.
Just a little bit.
Challenge of a life.